Welcome back to the Blue Door Pub Thunderdome for another Bull with Andy Carlson, Minnesota's 87th best daily podcast, a show about everything and nothing at all. Coming at you 5 days a week. Happy Wednesday, happy hump day out there, one and all. Sitting shotgun is Uncle Nick. Follow him on Twitter at Nickason. Hey, how's it going?
Going good, Andy. How you doing today?
How's the Bai T?
What Bai T? Oh,
B-A-I. Now,
ain't no lie.
I feel like Timberlake is either a very highly compensated spokesperson or he's got a piece of the company because he's in all the ads.
I say both.
So is it like 50 Cent and vitamin water?
I think so.
It'd be like, hey, JT, got to save your money.
I think so. But then I question, what's his name? Who else was in that Super Bowl commercial? It was
Christopher Walken. Yeah. He probably needs the money and the work. Tell a friend, spread the word, iTunes, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, bullshow.co. And today, starting off with a little bit of a downer. We didn't cover this on Monday and have been sort of chambering it for a while, but Todd Heap, who was a tight end for the Ravens and the Cardinals, accident over the weekend. He backed over his 3-year-old daughter, and she died. And it's just sad all the way around.
It's heartbreaking. It's something that can happen to anyone, and usually operating vehicles. You do everything. You never think it could happen, but it happens, and it's tragic. It's heartbreaking. You don't want to see this happen to anyone.
And that's the thing about it, which is the scariest part, is that this could happen to anyone. This could happen to any parent with young kids, or even if you're just a neighbor of young kids in the neighborhood. If you're backing out, you're not thinking, or you think that the kids are in the clear, and then they just dart out, which they're wont to do, and then, yeah.
Do you think so far since we're recording this early, a lot of people are being very sympathetic. A lot of players all over. Everyone's has their full, support for the family and heartache and stuff. It's just, gosh, I mean, what happens from here? I mean, how do you move on? How do you deal with this? I mean, like how can we better protect? Because questions, arise like how can we better protect our children? But this is it's a freak accident that you never want to have happen. But it's just, I feel like with the modern age and all the social media and stuff, I mean, what can we do to help prevent and?
There's nothing you can do to prevent this. Like, sadly, this is something that could happen every single day. I'm sure it does happen with surprisingly frequency. Maybe the kid doesn't die. Perhaps it doesn't make the news, except for locally. The Heaps do have four. Sad to say, they did have 5 kids. They still have 4. So big family, and it's kind of sad, but I get it. Is that the local news outlet in there had to put it right away that there wasn't drugs or alcohol involved. Like he wasn't drunk or high when he backed over the kid. And I get why they have to put that out there on the news, but also, I mean, this guy's a Mormon. He's probably never touched a drug or a drop of alcohol in his life. And it's just like, yeah, we could put 2 to 2 together. But yeah.
Yeah, on ESPN's website here, Mesa, Arizona, correct? Yeah, he lives in Arizona. Mesa police said in an investigation, which is hard to hear the word investigation, into the accident, no, nothing suspicious, no signs of impairment. I mean, it's sad that you want to clarify, like he wasn't trying to do this on purpose, right? I'm like, well, no, he's not that crazy. But I mean, there are horrible parents out there who are reckless and, don't care about the well-beings of their children. It's just that when you see a family that seems to be a perfect family, having so many kids and, to have an issue like this come up and, a tragic accident, it's heartbreaking. And, us as a sideline, we're staying back and all we can do is, send our prayers and best wishes, but you wish you could do something more.
checking out of this because it's very sad. When people do the standard tweet of thoughts and prayers going out to XYZ, or if there's a tragedy, thoughts and prayers for city du jour, do you think that I've noticed this, and a lot of people just started putting out our thoughts are with person X, family X, city X. Do you think it's because they're not religious, they don't pray, or do you think they're doing it to be as milquetoast as possible in a increasingly agnostic and atheist world?
I think it's the latter.
Really?
I kind of do.
Because I feel like thoughts and prayers, that's pretty ubiquitous, sort of in the vernacular term, where it doesn't necessarily mean that you're religious, but you're concerned, you're putting out good vibes towards these people. But yeah, I've seen a lot, mainly news outlets, like blogging sites, where it's just, instead of thoughts and prayers go out to this family, it's thoughts. Our thoughts are with this family. I just think it's interesting.
Yeah, you got to be careful. Yeah, with religious, I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with saying prayers or anything at all. I mean, whether you are religious or not. I mean, we're in a culture where there are religious people. There are people who don't believe in anything. But you have to realize it's okay to use those type of words for any type, especially with a situation like this. I mean, it's not like they're not doing it maliciously.
This is really awkward, but I have to transition to something that I do believe in is the enclosed world's finest panties delivered to your door. Very smooth segue, I know. Here's what you do. You go in, you type in your preferences, whether it's for yourself or if it's for your lady friend. Do it up, and every single month, a new pair comes to your door, or some other fun stuff, if you know what I'm saying. All occasions, anniversary, birthday, bridal, date night, Mother's Day is coming up. If your significant other is a mother, you can get it for your mom too. I don't really care. Use code PFTW, as in purple FW, PFTW, $15 off any of your orders, and that's how we're taking care of you. Sign up for a month, you get $15 off. Sign up at enclosed.com, promo code PFTW, $15 off any of your orders. Theenclosed.com. Do it up. All right. So I probably shouldn't have led with that and then gone into that, but we're going in a completely different direction. So the mild annoyance of summer. Now, I love summer. I love grilling weather. I love being outside weather. I love the little cross-section of weather when you're able to have your windows open, and at night you don't have to have the heat on or the air on. It's perfect. It's perfect because Andy's cheap, and also that's about it. Yeah. But the annoying thing about summer is motorcycles. Now, I like motorcyclists. They're awesome. And here's my thing, is that they're awesome. Just ask them. And you always see the bumper stickers or the sign that says, start motorcyclists. And it's like, yeah, it's really hard to see the guy weaving in and out of traffic going 45 into 30. Yeah, it's hard to miss him. No, don't worry. I see him. And, I hear him too. And the thing that's most annoying to me about motorcycles is not the loud Harleys with the glass packs revving up in a residential area at 11 o'clock at night or 6 in the morning or wherever. It's the touring bike, like the old style touring bike, the big, heavy on top. BMW makes a couple of them, of where it's the accountant having the late stage life crisis. He's like, I want to hit the open road, and the goddamn radio that's playing on the thing, because it would be unsafe if they had iPod earbuds in, right? It would be completely unsafe if you had them, because they can't hear traffic. But it's perfectly fine for them to be blaring their radio, which when the engine is loud and they're going 70 on the highway, those guys, Honda Goldwing, yeah, where it's almost like it should have train wheels on it, yeah. Let's just have radio blasting AM talk radio like Rush Limbaugh, because when they come to a stop sign, that isn't annoying. Yeah, not at all. Like, what's the point? Just have them wear earbuds.
I pull up Goldwing specifically because my grandfather had a Goldwing, and I'll always remember for that type of motorcycle.
Did he have a radio?
I don't think he did.
Yeah, because here's my thing. A, what's the point? B, you're only going to be able to hear the radio when you're at a stoplight. And C, why?
And it's for people like music and stuff, but yeah, I don't see a point when you're motorcycling. And I come from a family that have a motorcycle family. My uncle Brian, they have weekends where them and their crew on their Harleys go out and they road trip, with somewhere within 50 miles of the cities. It's a fun trek, and I love and respect motorcycle people, but I don't think any of them have a radio. Radio is a little too far-fetched.
Yeah, you don't get the radio on the Harley. You get on the Goldwing or the BMW motorcycle.
Yeah, and I love my grandfather, as I said, had a motorcycle. He was in his 50s and 60s driving that thing, and I was a 5, 8, 9-year-old who got to ride on the back. I didn't say, "Hey, Grandpa, change the station, put on KDWB." When I was a kid, there was no radio. You don't listen to music when you're on a motorcycle. It's revving. The noises are everywhere.
Yeah. And my whole thing is that if you have a big pack of motorcyclists in the helmet, I feel like there's an intercom system. Is that true?
Some do. My relatives don't. I think everyone.
Do your relatives even wear helmets? On the motorcycles?
No, they don't.
Oh, okay. Well, is there a helmet law in Minnesota?
I don't think there is.
All right, because that's what always was distracting to me on Sons of Anarchy, because California has very strict motorcycle helmet laws, and every time the gang would be like, "Oh, we need to chase after this gangbanger. Let's get on our bikes and go. We're really in a hurry," and then all of a sudden they just the helmets are on. It's like, oh yeah, because you're filming in California and you need to do this.
I'm on one website here. It looks like Minnesota kind of has an age restriction. I think there's a certain age that you'd have to be in Minnesota where you must have helmet. Otherwise, there's typically no. Got a couple Midwest states. They're pretty lax on it,
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, to each your own, man. If you want to risk it, good luck.
Yeah.
17 and under, in Minnesota, you have to have a helmet on. Iowa, Illinois, no.
How old do you have to be to get your motorcycle license? Like what sort of span is there? It's 16, 17?
I think so. Yeah. It's same age as getting a car, I believe.
Oh, thank goodness, because I would hate to see 14-year-olds on motorcycles. That would be annoying as shit.
I wonder what the laws are for farm equipment, because a lot of farmers, they have children, and I think a lot of them, at young ages, learn how to ride that tractor pretty freaking well.
I don't think you have to be licensed to drive a tractor.
But
I also know that you can get a farmer's permit when you're 15, and growing up in a small farming town, a lot of the farm kids did that, where they could get their license, de facto get their license a year earlier. And the thought is, hey, they're going to be helping on the farm. They're going to be going to the other field or going down to get some grain and some seed or, I don't know, some farming shit. And, so they got their farmer's permit when they were 15, and all they had to do is like, oh, yes, I'm driving to school. Yes, I'm driving to hang out, but I got a sack of feed in the back, so obviously I'm helping out with farm stuff.
I'm picturing this all right now. It's pretty funny.
Yeah,
joys of southern Minnesota.
Yeah, but the motorcycles. If I ever got a motorcycle, I'll get the trike.
The trike?
Yeah, the 2 wheels on the back.
Oh,
exactly what it sounds like.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Motorcycles was a big thing about like 10 years ago. What was like the show, the Choppers, the one with the giant...
West Coast Choppers?
Yeah.
Orange County Choppers?
Something like that. Because, in my head, my family, they all have Harleys, but...
Oh, with Sandra Bullock's husband.
Yes. like 10 years ago, there was the whole like custom-made choppers that was such a big thing, and then it's almost disappeared. And I don't think it's, I think that it just got old way too quick, and I'm pretty confident one of the companies is out of business right now.
Oh, that's kind of sad. At least they got TV money. All right, so this is a scene from Sons of Anarchy, and this is really, it's always distracting. Because here, we got the chase scene.
A Danny Trejo?
Yeah.
Or Danny Trejo.
Oh, we got the chase scene, except we're all wearing helmets. Don't worry.
I would be terrified if I seen this group of gang just weaving through the traffic.
Alright, so it's a giant chase scene that sort of came out of nowhere, but said all the motorcyclists just happen to have their helmets on because it's California. Yeah. That was always distracting to me. Like Sons of Anarchy was essentially a soap opera for men, but come on, get out here.
I was good attention to the detail. Back to motorcycles. Would you consider getting a motorcycle?
Yeah, it's not on my to-do list. Like, I'd rather get a boat first. But I do think it's cool how there's a motorcycle culture where I'm sure biker gangs are out there, but I think it's more like pop culture nowadays. And the weekend warrior motorcycle gangs, where it's like a bunch of CPAs named Terry, and like they're old ladies. They get dressed up in like the leather, then they go around and do a poker run or go around to all like the towny trash bars. And I'm like, oh yeah, how long you been on the road, man? Well, about 6 hours. Had to work some overtime. It's tax season. It's audit season. Oh, cool. So what does your old lady do? Well, yeah, she's a podiatrist. Oh, nice.
All right, now during the summer, one of these Saturdays, if you're ever free, I'll take you to. We'll follow my aunt, uncle, and like a bunch of their friends do their weekend little excursions to random bars. They do a run to down the river.
Yeah.
Like around like either taking the Wisconsin side or Minnesota.
Yeah.
They stopped at Winona one year when I was down there.
Super annoying thing that we saw, because we were heading down to Winona and we're going down 61. And if you don't know what 61 is, it's a double lane highway, not interstate, but state highway. And we encountered this of like 100 motorcycles, like literally 100 motorcycles, and looked a little bit rougher than the normal weekend warrior crowd. So we kept our distance. And what they did is that they were taking a left turn headed south, so they were going to I don't know, Dresbach or Wabasha or one of like the small towns along the way, and it was a naked left, so it wasn't a light or anything like that. And what they did to stop traffic going northbound when they were turning left is like 5 of them got out and just stood in the highway. It's like a blockade as the 100 bikes turned left.
Oh, wow.
I'm like, that's kind of shady shit. And we drove by it, and there was we saw that there was a cop waiting to head north, like in the line of cars, because there's like 30 cars backed up now. And I'm surprised, like, so the cop's just not going to do anything? The cop's just going to sit here and take it? Like, because I'm pretty sure you're not allowed to do this.
This was like a bike ride for leukemia or something. Something crazy or something.
No, these guys definitely did not look like they were raising funds. Like they were raising a couple beers. They were hoisting them. But maybe in the cops' view, I'm like, yeah, there's 100 of them. There's me and my partner here. We'll just sit tight.
Roll the dice and let it ride.
Yeah.
Stand off in Wabasha.
Yeah. So, Nick, you've been cleaning this weekend.
Yes. I'm moving out at the end of the month and starting a new life in the western suburbs of.
In the western suburbs. That's exciting. Now, are you a downsizer? Or are you throwing a lot of things out?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, being a single guy, yes, it's gets lonely, not having the wife and kids as my good buddy Andy here. I'm a very simple person, and I can live my life with just my laptop and a place a bed to sleep
And
on.
his external hard drive.
We don't talk about the hard drive.
Also, I completely forgot to introduce. We have a round of How Old They Be. Let's hit it.
Celebrities are old.
69, dudes!
The question is, how old?
Get off my lawn.
Time for another rousing round of How Old They Be.
I can't let you in because you old as fuck. For this club, not, for the earth.
I always love that. Now, if you're new to the game, it's a very simple one. Producer Allie has given us 15 names here. The theme is geeks. And here's what we'll do. We'll roll out the name. Nick and I will guess the age of the person and the difference off of how old they actually are. Adds up. Lowest score wins. You should play at home as well. And I love it when you guys tweet in your results, too. Now, be truthful. Be honest, and we'll see how we do. I believe I'm up 4-1 lifetime on Nick in this game.
Yeah.
And
Sometimes.
And the one time I let him win is because it was his birthday.
What? No, what?
All right, fine. All right, so here we go. 15 names. Let's start getting trucking. First one is Drew Barrymore. Drew Barrymore from Never Been Kissed. She plays the character Josie Geller. Which, isn't she, old? Isn't she, working at a newspaper or a magazine?
Yeah,
and then they send her back to high school?
Yeah, if I remember correctly, she's a full-time job, and she's, wants to report, so she wants to relive high school as a, to make up for, a terrible high school experience or something.
That's, some creepy stuff, though. Because doesn't she bang, a 16-year-old?
I don't remember the movie. I don't think I've ever really...
Well, where's Josie? Where's her article? Oh, she's in prison. Cool. So Drew Barrymore, child actor. So I think she's going to be younger than we actually think because she's been around for so long. Also in E.T., recently in the Santa Clarita Diet, which should have been better. I love Timothy Olyphant. The show should have been better. I'm going to say Drew Barrymore is 42.
I said 38.
38. Drew Barrymore is 42. Suck it. Nice. All right, next up. Ooh, Steve Carell. Oh, the 4-year-old Virgin of Fame. He plays Andy. This is why I'm always concerned. Is either a really popular character has my name, or there will be a serial killer named Andy Carlson. That'd be like shit. Like Jerry Sandusky... Different spelling is the Raven Baltimore Ravens radio play-by-play guy, and he was like, "Yeah, life's going pretty good," and then 2013 happened.
Oh,
yeah. All right, so Steve Carell of The Office fame, also Foxcatcher, he got a Oscar nom there. I'm gonna say 44.
I said 46.
46. Steve Carell is 54. Ooh,
whoa,
grew. Damn, we screwed the pooch on that one. Next up, number trace, Donald Glover. Donald Glover of Community fame.
Yep.
Also of ATL. Also of Childish Gambino. For his geek role, he played Rich Purnell on The Martian, where he was the Jet Propulsion Labs, big numbers guy. Yeah. All right, so Donald Glover, I think he's going to be annoyingly young. Successful, annoyingly young. I'm going to say he's 31.
I said 36.
36. Donald Glover is 33. Oh, split the difference. There we go. Next up.
He's our age.
Seth Green of The Italian Job. He played Lyle. I've never seen The Italian Job. It's on my to-do list.
It's an excellent film.
Yeah. Seth Green, also of Robot Chicken and Family Guy fame. Also, never been... No. What's the one where he plays... Can't Hardly Wait?
He might have been in that one.
All right, so Seth Green, he's up there. I'm going to say Seth Green is 40.
I said 46.
46. Seth Green is 43. Oh, split. Splitty. Next up, cruising along, Anthony Michael Hall, who, isn't he charged with assault? Didn't he cold cock his neighbor or something?
I don't remember that, no.
On The Breakfast Club, he was Brian Johnson. He played
the Geek.
Yeah. Just like Brian Johnson of AC/DC. Hokey pokey. Anthony Michael Hall, also of... all right, so he was on SNL?
I believe briefly. He had a show... He had a show on USA for the longest time.
Where he could talk to dead people?
Something like that. It wasn't it wasn't Psych. It's the... I was going to look it up, but then I'm like, dude, I might get in trouble.
Yeah, doesn't matter. Anthony Michael Hall, 50, but how 50? I'm going to say Anthony Michael Hall is 54.
I said 53.
53. Anthony Michael Hall is 48. Shit.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Keeping on. Anne Hathaway, who played Mia Thermopolis, which is a great name for a thermos company. On The Princess Diaries, she becomes royalty. I kind of like Anne Hathaway with the frizzy hair.
No.
It also made you think, how else was her grooming? Just boom.
I liked her in that Get Smart. She was really cute in that one.
And also with Steve Carell in Get Smart. Anne Hathaway, let's say 34.
That's what I said too.
34. Anne Hathaway is 34. Hey, Air 5. Damn. Next up, Val Kilmer played Chris Knight in Real Genius, which is a movie I've never heard of. You know what that is?
No, I never heard of it either. Val Kilmer has been... He's my favorite door, obviously.
Yeah. Val Kilmer, The Doors, Heat, Batman Forever.
Could be...
Yeah.
Okay,
definitely 50s. Could be 60. I'm going to say Val Kilmer is... 57.
I said 60.
60. Val Kilmer is 57.
Wow.
Damn. Going for the pin.
Fire.
Hitting. We should work in a bonus if you get directly right.
Like how many? Like the other person has to take a shot?
30. Yeah. All right. Halfway there, Zachary Levi. Was he... All right. Who played Chuck on Chuck. Is he in...
Tangled.
Oh, that's him?
Yeah. That's he's Eugene.
Well, that was exciting.
Sorry, Ryan Flynn, I guess. Ryan.
Well, one of my favorite lines from The Office is when they're setting up the Sabre store, and there's a product called the Pyramid, and it's promoted by Chuck from NBC's Chuck, and Jim Halper, played by John Krasinski, is like, he screwed up. He's like, I don't know, is there something else I can do? Like, I could pretend to be Chuck.
They look a lot alike.
So Zachary Levi might be old. Might not be. I'm going to say 38.
I said 36.
36. Zachary Levy is 36. Hey,
nice.
Good job, Nick.
Hey, got one.
All right, no bonus. Next up, Jerry Lewis, who played Professor Julius Kelp in The Night Professor. Now, this was the original, the OG Night Professor. So Jerry Lewis, not Jerry Lee Lewis, not Jamal Lewis. How old he be? God. He was recently in the news because he did an interview where he was just a straight-up dick, like a couple months ago.
I'll be completely honest. I thought Jerry Lewis was dead.
Yeah.
Obviously, a lot of people should know him for his every Labor Day. There was always a Jerry Lewis telethon for MS. Yeah, I think
I'm pretty sure Jerry Lewis still has black hair.
No,
they call him Midnight at the old folks home.
No.
All right, so Jerry Lewis, 80s, but how 80s? I'm gonna say Jerry Lewis. I'm gonna say Jerry Lewis is 90. 90.
I said 92.
Jerry Lewis is 91. Nice.
I was
Glad I
almost
didn't go
gonna.
80s.
I was almost gonna go up to 92. Yeah, I'm like, good for him for still being alive. I did not think he was alive.
Yeah, Frank dead, Dean Martin dead, Sammy Davis Jr. dead, Jerry Lewis. Oh, it's like, yeah, thanks God. Cool.
If anyone wants time, you should look up old Jerry Lewis stuff. He was hilariously funny. His youth.
Next up, we got 6 to go. I think you have a slight lead, very slight.
No.
Justin Long, who played Justin in Dodgeball, also from the Mac commercials. And wasn't he in like a rom-com with Drew Barrymore?
It sounds familiar. He was in Jeepers Creepers, though, too.
Was he?
He
let's go back.
That.
Drew Barrymore was 42, so Justin Long can't be that. Because if Justin Long is 28, that'd be kind of weird. I feel like he's been around a while, too. I'm going to say Justin Long is 33.
37.
37. Justin Long is 38. God.
Yes. Mess me out.
Yeah, because we talked about in this game before, like, all young actors who play, like, young men are surprisingly old.
Yeah.
Damn it. Didn't take my own advice. Maybe I'll take my own advice next with Superbad. Christopher Mintz-Plasse, who played McLovin, also was in Kick-Ass and Kick-Ass 2 and Pitch Perfect and all that. Yeah. All right, so Christopher McLovin. How old's McLovin? So he's with Jonah Hill and them, but they always skew a little older. I'm going to say McLovin is 33.
I said 36.
36. McLovin is 27.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Nice.
Really? We're that much older than him?
I guess so.
I did not. I thought he would be our age.
Fake ID, Chicky, yeah. Next up, guy who's not our age, Rick Moranis, who plays Wayne Zelinsky in Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. Huzzah. So how old is Rick Moranis? This one's going to be tough. Because 50s, 60s. Came prominence in the 80s. Ghostbusters, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. I'm going to say Moranis is 63.
I said 61.
61. Rick Moranis is 63.
Wow.
Hitting the pin. Let's see, I've gotten, 3 or 4 right on?
Yeah.
Damn. This should be a bonus.
I think I'm out.
You never know. 3 left. 3 to go in How Old They Be Geek Edition. Also, if you're playing at home, good luck trying to beat me. Although I did screw up Justin Long pretty bad. Next up is James Urbanek, who played Dr. Venture on the Ventures Brothers. I have no idea who this is.
Yeah, I actually have no idea who this is either. I'm gonna put a. I'm just gonna put a number down. Here, give me 2 seconds. All right,
let's. All right. So since we both don't know who he is, let's get a little even playing field calibration. Let's look up the Venture Brothers. All right. So the Venture Brothers was a series that ran in 2003. Oh, it's a cartoon.
Oh, you know what? Why don't you image search the guy? Like, that wouldn't be cheating. They're not going to put his age, I don't think.
Yeah. All right. So James Urbanek, Venture Brothers, apparently was a tie-in with Johnny Quest. All right, so James Urbanek, we're looking at. Oh, it's that guy.
Oh, yeah, that looks familiar.
He played Dwight's friend in The Office. I can't remember. Oh, Rolf. Yeah, he played Rolf on The Office. There you go. All right, so how old's James Urbanek?
I wrote my number down, so I'm sticking with it.
All right, I'm just gonna say. I'm just gonna say 46.
I said 50.
46. You said 50. And James Urbanek, who we just learned his name, is 53.
Helped out a little bit.
All right, 2 names to go. 2 names to go for the dough. First one is Emma Watson. Emma Watson.
She's my dream.
Hermione Granger, who should have been named Hermione Fastenal, inside joke, of the Harry Potter series. Also, Belle on Beauty and the Beast. Belle on Beauty and the Beast. So, how old is Emma Watson?
Done.
All right, so she grew up on the Harry Potter series. I think she's going to be younger than we think. But is she 28 young, or is she 24 young? Because they were all pretty old when Harry Potter ended. I'm gonna say 28.
I wrote down 30. I'm regretting it, but I'm gonna stick with 30.
Emma Watson is 26.
Oh,
Couple nickels and dimes. Last one. Another lovely looking young lady, Ariel Winter, who plays Alex Dunphy on Modern Family. Ariel Winter, who plays Alex Dunphy on Modern Family. Also was in a movie with Triple H, where he's like a bus chaperone.
Oh, Hunter S. Helmsley from WWE?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Triple H, chaperone. Yeah. I'm trying to bring up the movie picture. But all right, so Alex Winter. Oh,
Chaperone 2.
The Chaperone. Paul, yeah, we're watching the trailer of this afterwards. All right, so she's young. Pretty sure she's 18. Although I would have gotten an alert on my phone. She's been around for a while. Modern Family's in syndication already. She famously had didn't she get independence from her mom?
Yeah, there was a lot of drawback, I think, from family and stuff. I mean, obviously, any child star, most of them have issues with parents.
I'm going to say Ariel Winter is... I'm just going to go with 18.
I said 22.
Ariel Winter is 19. All right, so let's look at the score.
She also had breast reduction surgery.
Oh, because that's important.
She filled out.
Dun, dun, dun. All right, so with the final score of 49, Nick, you got second place because I got 45.
Oh,
there you go.
That was a lot closer than I thought it would be.
That was the Michael Bolton one that gets stuck.
Much like in real life.
Also, something that doesn't get stuck is our break. We're going to be coming right back with more Bull with Andy Carlson on a Wednesday. Andy Carlson here, Purple for the Win podcast, letting you know that we'll be here all off-season long talking the Vikings angle on everything. Combine, pro days, free agency, the draft, OTAs, training camp in 2017. Baby. Get the show on 1500 ESPN Podcast One and the Podcast One app. And come back into the Blue Door Pub Thunderdome, baby. And we're rolling along. And just like Blue Door Pub is, brand new menu. They got the Cluck Yeah chicken sandwich. And now, I'm a big fan of putting coleslaw on a sandwich. Like coleslaw or just chopped up cabbage. Either way, I'm good. And they do that with the Cluck Yeah. Delicious fried chicken on top of a bun. Because that's what a sandwich does. And barbecue sauce and coleslaw right on top as well. Delicious. Get it at all three Twin Cities locations. St. Paul, Longfellow, and University on Como. The BDP.com. All right, Nick, what's your favorite shitty wrestling movie? Or movie that stars wrestlers?
Oh, that is easy, hands down. It is Ready to Rumble. Came out in the late 90s, early 2000s. That was the heart of when I watched wrestling. It was that the WWF, or at the time WWF, and then there was WCW, and I believe Ready to Rumble starred, what's his name from the Scream movies?
David Arquette.
Yeah, David Arquette. And it started a lot of people from the WCW, which was like the one that we didn't really like watching, but we watched it to say like, oh man, WWF is way better. And so you watch both to be like, yeah, we hate this WCW, but you kept watching it.
I love that the WWF shares an acronym with the World Wildlife Federation.
Oh, yeah, which is now called the WWE.
What's a guy fresh out of prison usually do first?
Usually something stupid.
Oh, Annabeth Gish.
You shouldn't have come here, Ray. We have built
That's
a
Triple
really
H.
good life without you here.
I at least deserve a second chance to know my own daughter.
Daughter's Ariel Winter, like
Do you have any idea what our lives were like? after you went
15-year-old
away?
Ariel Winter.
Sally, it's so nice to finally meet your father.
Me too.
Try acting like a parent. Do you even have a job?
All right, who's ready for some field tripping?
This is Oviraptor Biloceratops. Does anybody know what modern animal is a direct descendant?
Dogs?
Chickens.
So you think that a Tyrannosaurus Rex is now being carried around in a little bag by Paris Hilton?
You are doing wonderfully, Mr. B.
Oh.
Well, let's go on a field trip.
Just get on the bus. Come on. Go, go, go.
Focus, Del. Where's the money?
Pretty boss.
The truck!
So his former associates are trying to get at him.
Do you think I'm going to lose my job because I let a bank robber be a chaperone?
Lisa
Of course
Simpson.
not.
Is it?
That's Lisa Simpson. Yeah.
Ridley Smith or whatever her name is?
Yeah.
Side note. They just crashed into like what looked to be a used diaper truck because apparently that's the thing. And then the airbag went off. I love in low budget movies, the airbag always looks so fake where it's just like if you blew up a surgical glove, that's what it looks like. Just like cheap, slightly yellow rubber plastic. Yeah.
I feel like
Everything's
real ones
fine.
can actually hurt you.
What are you doing?
I can't find Sally
Oh,
anywhere.
the kidnapped girl, of
Make a
course.
sound, or look at me cross-eyed, and I will shoot your old man and shoot you right in front of him.
That makes no sense. 1, 2, 3.
I'll shoot your old man and shoot you right, bro.
I gotta find my dad.
You guys are planning an escape. I'll be able to help.
Signals when you're ready.
The nerdy kids, oh my god.
You run that way, I'll run this way.
This day just keeps getting better.
Hey!
It's like a bad episode of Nanny 911.
I'm Mr. Bradstone. I'm the chaperone.
Oh, he said the name of the movie.
You changed my life.
Then it better be your fanny pack.
All right, so that sounds like a combination of the pacifier with Dwayne the Rock, Vin Diesel, and then also Spy Kids.
Guess who produced it? WWE.
Yeah, of course. And, yeah, so we've talked about how I think John Cena is going to be a big star. You know, Dwayne the Rock Johnson has already become a big Hollywood star. Triple H, he didn't seem that bad. Like the performance, I'm sure it'll be fine. And I'm gonna watch the shit out of this movie now because I think it's on Netflix. But if you think about it, all wrestling is a performance.
Oh yeah.
So these guys are very well versed in delivering lines. And yes, threatening another wrestler, another 6'5", 300-pound guy is probably different than having a sweet and tender father-daughter scene with Ariel Winter. But yeah, you know.
I'm on the Wikipedia page. Would you like to know the box office and the budget of the film?
I'm gonna say budget $15 million, box office less than $3 million.
Budget $3 million.
Oh,
Box office $14,000.
they made it up on the back end though.
I mean, this could be one of those situations where VHS sales or VHS DVD maybe down the road. This could be like a cult wrestling.
Yeah.
You know, it could make it up in the long run. Hell, even international or something. But yeah, it's very interesting. Yeah, and I didn't see anything wrong with Triple H.
Yeah.
Triple H acting right there. That's how he is.
Let's do the news.
You are fake news. Sir, go ahead.
George Bush doesn't care about black people.
Ain't got time to bleed.
You can't handle the truth.
The news with Uncle Nick.
All right, Nick, what's going on today?
All right, we're going to start with some heartbreaking news for all those Minnesota fans who love the State Fair. The State Fair's original deep-fried cheese curd stand is closing. What? Here you go. The stand, 42 years in the business. The stand is on Dan Patch Avenue is finally going to a close. Dick and Donna Mueller opened the stand back in '75. Oh my gosh, it's been that long. They're looking to close. I know they're complaining about if you work at the State Fair, it's not a light job at all. You're working 18-hour days, but
you make a year's worth of revenue in 2 weeks.
You can if it's a successful place, and obviously this place was pretty successful. But I worked in deep frying in my lifetime. I was a donut fryer, and I don't know if I could do that all day, every day, especially over an 8-hour day. And, the secret of making cheese curds is that you deep fry the crap out of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they were hoping to pass the business down to their children, but I guess it wasn't allowed. I think there were certain rules where they wouldn't just easily pass it down. And there's a line to get into the State Fair. Like, companies are trying to get in. They want to make their mark. They want to get a chance to make tons of money here. So it's understandable.
I have a couple questions of this. First off, yes, there's a backlog, a queue of companies trying to get in so they can get their booth at the State Fair to start making some money. And there has to be some sort of politics, some sort of greasing the palms, as it were. So I think that's one of the big reasons behind this. Also, if you can't pass it down between generations, like how does it work with companies that are already in there then? Like how does it work with Sweet Martha's, which is a company, a corporation that doesn't pass down in generations? How come the rule doesn't apply to them?
I'm not sure why I didn't do like that.
Or couldn't the old people of these original cheese curds make it a company, and all of a sudden the generational rules doesn't apply? Because this seems pretty arbitrary. Yeah,
I was kind of shocked of their message too, but maybe the family didn't want to stay in it. But I find it kind of
this reeks of politics, of people trying to push their way in and putting pressure on the State Fair people. Like, because apparently they're being replaced by a bacon stand.
The bacon stand.
Which I thought there's like 7 bacon stands already.
There's a couple of them. But yeah, I think a lot of people are forgetting that there are multiple cheese curd stands.
Yeah.
Still there. I mean, there's restaurants there that sell cheese curds on the side. You don't even have to wait to the State Fair. You can go to restaurants in the Twin Cities and get cheese curds.
Well, here's my question: is that once you have a booth, are you bound to only sell the original food that you came in with, or can you adapt?
I'm not familiar with the rules, but I think you'd have to follow by the rules,
which seems dumb.
This summer we'll do a couple State Fair episodes. Maybe we should look more into the politics behind it, because I feel like it's borderline shady.
Well,
or just it's
limited number of, and there's a lot of money to be made. There's going to be some shadiness going on. Like there has to be. Anywhere there's a chance to make a buck and there's humans involved, there's going to be some shadiness.
Have you been to the State Fair before?
Yeah, it sucks.
So
I hate it.
So greasy good. I've gone pretty much every year since I can remember. Parents just drop us off like in the morning, like, okay, have a fun day, and then just walk around all day. Good way to get exercise, but it's definitely
also a good way to get abducted.
Yeah, maybe.
Taken for State Fair. All right, what's next?
All right, let's go. Speaking of back in my childhood, it was just announced through Huffington Post here, Netflix, which brings back great shows such as...
keep going.
Brings back great shows such as the Fuller House and whatnot. They're bringing back Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego. Here's the music played by Rockapella.
Which I would have to go back and listen. I think I made this... I think I pitched this idea like in an earlier episode.
Where in the world is
Carmen Sandiego?
There's only
I was a big fan of Rockapella. I'm still am. I have a number of their songs on my phone, and
wait, what?
They've done a bunch of TV stuff, but they've done a lot of TV stuff and just random songs.
Do you remember the mini surge of acapella like 4 years ago?
I think so.
Yeah. Where they had the Sing Off on NBC hosted by that douchebag Nick Lachey.
Yes.
And every segment, remember, all of the sounds you hear there are no instruments. There are no instruments whatsoever.
Oh, yeah.
I'm done.
Okay, well, first off, to make it clear, Andy played the theme song to the PBS show Where in the World's Carmen Sandiego, which was that kid game show in which people... it's
not the game show?
It's not the game show.
Oh, shit. Oh, so they're actually making a show out of it?
Yes.
That sucked.
There was a Carmen Sandiego cartoon, I remember, back in the 90s, kind of like during the time of the when X-Men was big on Fox.
This is bullshit.
Sorry to put triple on. Should have read the article. They're doing a cartoon. Looks like there's at least 20 episodes serving lined up, and the voice.
Ooh, shit.
And I got.
Ooh, shit.
And the voice they got for Carmen Sandiego is Gina Rodriguez from the show Jane the Virgin.
Oh.
So
she's young though. I feel like Carmen Sandiego is older and seasoned than Cougar on the Prowl.
Yeah, I guess so. Cougar, she can make her voice older, I guess. But this isn't the only Netflix show, as I was saying, that they're rebooting. What's her name? Kate McKinnon is going to be Miss Frizzle from the Magic School Bus.
Oh.
So they're going to do, it's going to be a lot of cartoons. I think Netflix has stated that they want to keep Where in the World's in Carmen Sandiego educational, as well as like an entertainment children's show. But obviously, high part in education, especially if PBS isn't going to be here anymore. Hi-oh.
We've asked 10 groups to sing songs we know.
Annoying.
But there's one rule. No instruments.
They repeated that apparently this is 7 years ago.
You got the girls all hot and bothered.
That was sweet, all right.
The Sing Off, a Voices Only competition, premieres Monday, December 6th on NBC.
The show sucked.
Oh.
The judges were Ben Folds, the chick from Pussycat Dolls, and then the guy from Boyz II Men.
The problem I have with these sing-off shows is I find that a lot of these people come on are truly talented and have great gifts. I couldn't judge them like, oh, you're better than the other person. I mean, it could be all about taste, Someone who's more hip-hop oriented, someone's more poppy. It's BS, I think.
I'm not gonna lie. I love Barbershop Quartet.
Oh, me too. I love it when Conan has brought it back. Oh, Fallon has brought it back. The Ragtime Gals.
Yeah, all right. Now, we have to listen to one of these, even though we're up against the clock. It's okay.
I didn't realize there was a clock. Oh, yeah, there was a clock.
Isn't that convenient for you? And the clock. All right. Hit us up with our last news story.
Oh, okay.
I'll cue this up.
Okay, to kind of run things around from last week, we talked about the big story with the airline industry and United. Delta has made some news trying to get on everyone's good side, saying, hey, we're going to offer up way more money for compensation if we need to boost people off of flights. Yes, Delta says gate agents can now offer up to $2,000 if a passenger is willing to give up their seats and over.
Well, if they know that right off the bat, if I'm the people, I'm holding out for the $2,000.
Yeah, that's crazy. One, I like that no one's really. Maybe we should address that problem of maybe less overbooked flights. Maybe, let's try.
I understand the strategy, and it's actually smart because a certain percentage of passengers, probably like 4%, will straight up miss their flights, and although I don't understand from the perspective of these tickets were already purchased, so what's the skin off of your nose if no one's flying, right? And
right, yeah, that's fine.
But hey, here's the thing: like if you're going from, you're flying from Minneapolis to Milwaukee, which is like a 20-minute, 35-minute flight. And they're like, all right, everyone, we're colluding. It's overbooked. All holding out for $2K. Right? Right. And then all of a sudden, someone comes in and is like, oh, I'll take the $1,500. You son of a bitch. How dare you cross the picket line? Scab. The
thing is, they'll never see each other again.
This is what they should do in the first place. And I guarantee you, the small puddle jumping plane from Chicago to Louisville, someone would have bid at a grand. Like it was up to $800 for the doctor, but someone would have bid at $1,000. And if I'm some of the other airlines, I think you should take advantage of United's gaffe and turn your overbooking practices into something fun. Like pay it out in cash. Don't give it a stupid voucher. Pay it in cash, and then have your social media team have the person tweet it out. Like if they're active on Twitter or Instagram, whatever, put it out there and overpay, slightly overpay. Because if I'm a 19-year-old kid and I just got $2,000 to wait 4 hours for another flight, I'd be excited about that.
Yeah, I agree.
I'd spend it all in the duty-free airport, though. Yeah,
I'm looking back the whole incident that started all, the United incident, Chicago to Louisville. It's an hour and 10-minute flight typically. Only a 4-hour drive.
Yeah. How awkward was that flight, do you think? The hour and 10 minutes?
Oh, I bet it was the no one talking.
This is your captain speaking. The drink service will be beginning here shortly, and since this is a short flight, there will be no meal service. Thank you.
Excuse me, sir. Would you like a Diet Coke? Yes, I would like a Diet Coke and a non-punch in the face, please. Thank you. That is it.
Yeah.
Now, usually I don't do this, but go ahead and break them off with a little preview of the remix. Now, I'm not trying to be rude, but hey, pretty girl, I'm feeling you. The way you do the things you do remind me of my Lexus coupe. That's why I'm all up in your grill, trying to get you to a hotel. You must be a football coach, the way you got me playing the field. So let me give you that toot toot, and let me give you that beep beep. Running her hands through my fro, bouncing on 24, while they're saying on the radio, it's a remix to Ignition, hot and fresh out the kitchen. On the road in that bottle, got every man in here wishing. We're sipping on Coke and rum. I'm like, so what? I'm drunk. It's a freaking weekend, baby. I'm about to have me some fun. I'm gonna have me some fun. We love to bounce, 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 bounce. We love to bounce.
And then I'll bring up, I think this might be my favorite one.
Oh, yeah, this is my favorite one, too.
On that flight that you get on, international, first class seat on my lap, girl, riding comfortable, cause I know what the girl that need, New York to Haiti, I got lipstick stamps on my passport, you make it hard to leave, I've been around the world, don't speak the language, but your booty don't need explaining, all I really need to understand is when you talk dirty to me, tra-la-la-la, tra-la-la-la-la, tra-la-la-la-la-la.
All right, that's the news.
The news with Uncle Nick.
The entire Channel 4 news team, I'm Veronica Corningstone.
And I'm Ron Burgundy. Go yourself, San Diego.
Nick, what you got going on the rest of this week?
Back to packing in and cleaning. As usual, I got a couple more weekends left until I have to be out.
Packing and cleaning. It's no. It's exciting.
It's great. I can't wait.
Something I can't wait for is, hey, get around town. Once Nick Cars blows up, which it's probably due for, because it's not a brand new Hyundai. Before he gets a new brand new Hyundai, he's going to get around town with Lyft. Bullshow.co/Lyft, LYFT. Just download the app. Just have it for a rainy day. Here's what we're doing. Giving you $15 off your first couple of rides. Do that up. Download the app. Bullshow.co/Lyft, LYFT. Download today and get around town. Get around. Oh, we watched an SVU episode where the the main pimp was running through a car share riding service.
Oh.
Yeah. They're putting out hits on everyone. Yeah, they don't do that at Lyft. They're above board. They're not pimping, and they won't kill you. That is all. iTunes, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, and bullshow.co. Plus, check it out, our YouTube, and follow me on Instagram, and Andy Carlson Show. Do that up. If you enjoy it, tell a friend, spread the word, add to the Dromey Home Army, and thanks producer Allie Sorensen for maybe not sound so stupid today, but for Nick, I'm Andy, saying Annyeong, sayonara, and bye-bye. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
Thanks for listening to Bull with Andy Carlson, Minnesota's 87th best daily podcast. Download the show on iTunes. Everyone's middle name is Jerome.